Hey guys, this crypto she does it all, a little bit of everything. I am going to give you some more information about Robert F. Kennedy Jr., about his takes on crypto slash Bitcoin, however you call it. The 69-year-old longtime environmental lawyer and Kennedy family son made the comments during a 90-minute Twitter Space event on Wednesday. During the conversation, he also held Bitcoin as a currency of freedom and revealed that he recently bought 2 Bitcoins for each of his 7 children. This is amazing, man. He's creating generational wealth. I mean, the Kennedys are already financially stable. They're good to go. But to buy 2 Bitcoin for each of your 7 kids, this means a lot, you know. This means a lot, yeah. People want to play a game with Bitcoin, man. Bitcoin is going to explode, y'all. Whether it's Bitcoin, whether it's anything related to crypto, it's gonna make a big explosion, and we should all be ready financially to put something in there, whatever it is. You don't have to buy a whole Bitcoin. 0.1 Bitcoin, I believe, is $300 and some right now. Do your research and your own due diligence before you put any money in there. But yes, I will try to invest a little bit more than what I had already. So do your research, see what the big guys are doing. RFK Jr., Bitcoin currency of freedom, Canadian government morphed into monster during trucker protest. The Democratic presidential candidate made the comment during a Twitter Space conversation with prominent Bitcoiners on Wednesday, where he said the Democratic presidential hopeful Robert F. Kennedy Jr. said Canada's government suddenly morphed into a monster during the trucker protests in that country's capital of the Ottawa last year. I don't know. Yeah, it was crazy what they did. They stopped the people from going to the bank, from withdrawing any money. The 69-year-old longtime environmental lawyer and Kennedy family son made the comments during a 90-minute Twitter Space event on Wednesday. During the conversation, he also held Bitcoin as a currency of freedom and revealed that he recently bought 2 Bitcoins for each of his 7 children. So let me tell you, the Kennedy family is growing and growing. They each have kids, grandkids, great kids. It's really amazing. Kennedy, who provided financial support for the protesting Canadian truckers in early 2022, said his Bitcoin moment came during the final days of the protest when the Emergencies Act was invoked for the first time in Canada's history. The act gave Prime Minister Justin Trudeau government additional powers to help crash the demonstration, including the authority to freeze the bank account of protest leaders and supporters. This is ridiculous. You see how much power they have? That's why they create in this CBDC and all. They want to know what we're doing, what we spend our money on, how much money we spend on. You gotta have, with Bitcoin, with crypto, we have control of that. They cannot, control us in that way. So they did something that was, to me, unimaginable. Kennedy explained. They used facial recognitions, license plate identifications, and a number of other technologies to determine the identities of the truckers, and then they froze their bank account and their credit cards. Wow, this is crazy. It was during that period that the soon-to-be presidential candidate experienced what he referred to as his DeMarcus moment. This government of Canada, which I think most people like me had considered a role model for Western liberal democracy, Kennedy said, suddenly morphed, morphed, into his monster. It occurred to me at that point that freedom of transaction was at least as important as freedom of expression, Kennedy said in response to a question from the event's organizer, Scott Melker, a Bitcoin investor and podcast. Again, it's a freedom to have a crypto. You don't have to be paying for overdraft fee, late payment fee. I mean, once it become regulated here in America, you will see the freedom they're talking about. You will see the experience where in my situation, I can send money back home in Haiti without having to pay extra $20, $30, $40 fees. We don't need that third party there. That guy in the middle making money from us, we don't need them. We need to eliminate them. And crypto is the only one that can do that for us. Kennedy appears to be the de facto political darling of the Bitcoin community, and even delivered a keynote speech at the Bitcoin 2023 conference in Miami this past May. His comment yesterday, together with the confirmation of his recent Bitcoin purchase, may also endear him to fellow Bitcoiner leader of the Conservative Party of Canada and one of the Trudeau's harshest critics, Pierre Poilievre. Poilievre, a vocal proponent of Bitcoin who once posted a video of himself buying a shawarma with the digital currency, had a reaction similar to Kennedy's and accused Trudeau of attacking his own population at a news conference that followed the release of a report on the Trudeau's government's use of Canada's Emergencies Act. Robert FK Jr. on Bitcoin, T-bills, capital gains, and ETF and censorship. Political chatter about Bitcoin among U.S. presidential candidates has ramped up in recent months, with GOP candidates like Florida Governor Ron DeSantis and Vivek Ramaswamy both publicly praising the digital currency. Again, we have to be very careful because some people want our votes. They're going to go crazy, act like they support crypto. And then once they get the job, they act like they forget they said they wanted to have it regulate. And so we have to be very, very careful, guys. Again, Robert F. Kennedy Jr. purchased 2 Bitcoin for each of his children. This is generational wealth being created. Although I know they're financially stable, they don't need that. But at the end of the day, it's just to let you know where crypto can take us to the next level. Subscribe and let me know how you feel. Bye.